Alright, and welcome back, everybody. I am here today again with Banner Saga Dos. So, did some training, so let's get going. Shall we? You look at all the food freshly placed in the supply carts. What's all this about, you ask Oddleaf? The clansmen are trying to help out as much as possible now, she says. Whenever they can, they'll forage for nuts and berries or fish and hunt. She hands you a piece of fruit. They may not know how to fight, but they can keep us alive by keeping us well fed. True. Very true. A crowd begins to cheer from one of the longships as a man struggles with a fishing net. As his catch nears the surface, some voice concerned. You're close enough to make out the large shape of what looks like fur or hair in the net. Fire an arrow into the mass. The arrow finds its mark just before the net breaks the water. Those around you applaud your quick thinking. Whatever's in the net won't have much of a fight left in it. This is a man beside you. To renown. Bear cub, shouts the man with the net. Long dead. What's it mean? Superstitions blow across the ships like a gale. Talk of plagues and famine make eyes go wide, but you notice Bulwark at the bow of his ship staring at the cub and brooding more than usual. A desperate-looking lot of adults and a Varl stand on the shoreline waving you down. You probably look similar going anywhere with Ivor. They look hungry, but can they be trusted? Sow the boat and ask their needs. The basics, the Varl says. Food, safety, trade routes are empty. Of the 24 humans, half look like they've seen battle. Come aboard, you'll find food and safety. Everyone carefully files onto a couple of less burdened ships and starts eating. Clip, says the Varl. The Varl says, which you take as his name and as his appreciation. Sweet. That's good stuff. Shouts from one of the rear longships grab everyone's attention. The quick construction is proving faulty and the ship is taking on water fast. With dredge on the bank and all other ships almost at capacity, you consider your options. Have the clansmen board other ships. Several ships pull alongside the foundering vessel and start hauling others to safety. The rescue longships groan and dip under the new strain but stay afloat. A mother kisses the head of her son and makes a gesture of thank you. Alright. Smoke from a village catches everyone's attention, and the longships begin to slow. I doubt these scraps of wood were floating and can hold many more, Ivor says. You feel the governor's gaze on you as you slowly shakes his head. Ignore the village and head downriver. The other ships follow your lead while nearly everyone averts their eyes from the smoking village. Rugga looks impressed. A large clump of hazelnut trees look like a good place for the clansmen to stretch their legs and gather supplies. Once on land, the children laugh while kicking a leather-wrapped ball of rags. You notice the Varl on the edge of the clearing silently staring into the woods. He's watching a lone dredge grunt stalk a squirrel. Might be 100 of them in these woods. The Varl's whisper is still loud enough to scare the squirrel and alert the grunt. It looks at you and the Varl before backing up. Watch the dredge and track it if possible. The grunt runs away. You silently follow, but stop when you discover a clearing with a few small animal bones laying about, meager meals for one. Near the bones stand a tiny statue of a dragon, and terror courses down your spine. You want to get away from it. Fight your fear and take the statue. Each step towards the statue adds to your doubt until your hands wrap around it. You realize you've been holding your breath a sigh of relief. Back on the ships, the clansmen discuss your whole experience along with the nuts they collected. Smiles appear on most faces. Sweet! That's awesome.
Carved rock on a vacant island. Azalai's godstone almost looks lonely.
She's even more beautiful than the songs say. The clansmen and Varl are admiring the godstone when you notice some are missing. It's Bulwark and his ravens, Alio says. They looked rather upset by my music and all the singing. He shrugs. If they'd rather hang around a large cart instead of joining us, I won't take it personally, but come closer. Let me introduce you to Azalai, the god of streaming waters. She is the curves of every river, a guide for those of us traveling unfamiliar lands. The skald runs a finger through small etchings in the stone. Inscription from all those who were lost but found their way back home with her help. Listen to more of Alio's tales. Some say her stone shows the struggle of leaving the familiar to see what's over the next hill. Alio looks at the ropes tied around parts of her and smiles. Before the gods died, her stone supposedly stood tall and moved a few steps each year, so people are always trying to make sure she stays put. Alio looks at you, grinning. Have you the strength to hold her, or a gift with which to entice her? Pull on one of the stronger ropes. You wrap your hands around one of the larger ropes and begin to pull. It feels pointless. As expected, and Azalai's godstone doesn't budge. Suddenly, you are joined by Hakon and Ivor, who lend their great strength. Others quickly join until the rope snaps and everyone sprawls to a laughing heap. You return to where the clansmen have set up camp and see someone, a woman in torn robes, slip from your tent. She blends in with the other families, and after making sure nothing is amiss in your tent, you let it go. Cool. Yeah, you gotta train some people. We need protection. Sven blows all of his hair through flapping lips and let's get it done. How many do you want to fight? 200. That many will take some time, Sven says. Do we have enough supplies for 3 days training? We'll be fine, let's do it. Consider it done, Sven whistles through his missing teeth. Awesome. Let's talk to Hakon. The two Varl look deep in conversation, but Ivor catches your eye and waves you over. So they've all armed themselves and are running from something, but what? Hakon's becoming a dredge scholar, trying to understand the motivations of our enemy. It's just strange. We've never seen their women fight until recently. Good thing, too. We might have lost the great lore. You think about what to say. What happened back then? A great deal of killing on both sides. Imagine waking up to dredge attacks every night. Back then, the sun actually set. You'd wake up to a sound and see nothing but glowing eyes around you. Ingvar probably told you we never got too close to pushing them back into the depths they call home. Actually, Ivor has never said much about the past. Oh? Ivor says nothing, just holds Hakon stare. Well, he's probably got more stories than you could hear in a short lifetime. But what Valkas say and mean aren't always the same. They speak in riddles and prophecies. Still, it might explain why the dredge are everywhere, like someone kicked an anthill. Maybe whatever's coming hit them first. Or maybe it's just a new tactic for a new war. If they've learned to crack the ground and cull a giant serpent, then we're all dead and just don't know it yet. Has anyone ever talked to Dredge? Both Varl look at each other. There are rumors that some have tried and been killed in the process. A lot of nonsense, scald tales and about the sound of a Dredge voice making your skin fall off. So there's been no communication with the enemy? Is that normal? We were too busy killing to worry about fireside chat. Besides, they only ever make warbling sounds. I guess if anyone has talked to them, it'd be the Valka. But good luck getting them to give you a straight answer. I'll leave you two to figuring out the big issues. You should know the clansmen have been talking about us killing women and children, Dredge or not. It's not sitting well with everyone, which is probably the way it should be. I say if it's us or them, we make sure we're still standing. I'm bothered more by your decision to destroy Irontoft's bridge. Let it go, Hakon. It was the best decision at the time. To collapse a bridge that cost thousands of our lives to build. If it weren't for your damn horns, Ingvar, I'd swear you're an overgrown human. Like a big bunch of girls. Okay, so we have 300. I think I'm going to do 50 more. We'll do 100. Make it happen. Time on the cramped longships is proving too much for some of the children. They're climbing ropes, interrupting rowers, and constantly leaning over the sides to touch the water. Some of our own clansmen look annoyed. Move the families to specific longships. Coolio. A cool breeze across the water works its way into your cloak. You shift to block the wind and feel something press into your hip. You feel around and find that. That's Azalai's trail. What's going on? I know what's going on. A sheer cliff and boulder-strewn waters of the southern bank dictate the longship's course. The droning sounds of the dredge accent their quicker pace as they follow your longship's north. Dust and mist make it hard to see ahead. A hissing, rumbling noise grows all around. Waterfall shouts the sharp-eyed Nid from the bow of her longship. Oars instantly reverse and you nearly lose your balance. God damn. What are you doing? The roar of the approaching waterfall clouds your thoughts. All the clansmen you picked up keep the ships from being nimble, but only two fall to the power of the overwhelming current. Still, the screams of families, fighters, and Varl are difficult to move past. The remaining ships, rowers, pull hard, heading for the dredge-line northern banks. In their haste, The vessels smash against split rocks as they push toward the shore. Some fighters are thrown from the boat, singing in the mud under the weight of their armor. Fuck! The longships are too spread out to command an unified landing. Amid the chaos, you look at those nearby. Gris, a stout Varl warrior, and a few others like him look ready to rush the dredge. Bolvark and his company are close too, hauling their sealed cart off the ship. You consider your options. Gris, make an opening in the ranks. Without questioning your authority, the stout Varl grunts in agreement. 5 other Varl join him and push forward into the dredge onslaught while you ready your attack. Fuck yeah. You go, Gris. Okay. Gris, why did he advance so far? Oh, fuck. I didn't know he would die. Fucking shit. You motherfuckers. God damn it. Really? Woo! Suck a dick. Really? God damn these skulkers. Whatever the fuck they are. Well, fuck you, buddy. Boop. Really? That was stupid. Kill them! Fuck you. Watch this, buddy. Watch this. Boop. Gotcha. Still didn't get one guy. Sweet! Hakon works his way through frantic clansmen on his way to find you. You made some tough calls on that river. If those ships had been loaded down with more people, no telling how many we'd have lost. Thanks. Too bad the landing was so rough. Hakon squints into the distance. Their next attack is coming, and this time they'll come in force. Then we should charge before they're ready. It's too late for that little one, and there's not enough of us to make a dent. Ugh. Then what? We wait here until they run us off a cliff? Juno and Avon approach. There may be a way out of this situation, a gamble to be sure, but we believe it's our only chance. Gods, it's bad when a Volca option is the only option. Worse than that, I can't promise everyone will make it. Juno gives Avon a look. So what's your idea? Avon sighs. With Juno's help, I think we can get across that chasm, but it won't be easy. For me, or the caravan. I need to help Avon and calm these people so they are ready to march when he is ready. You need to keep this area clear of dredge at all costs. If they... The sound of a war horn cuts her off and everyone turns to look. The dredge assault begins. Hakon, you know what to do. Assault the dredge without barricades. That sounds better. We'll need those supplies, you say. The Varl King gives you a look and says, if we make it through this, charge. You understand Hakon's reasoning, but sound the call to attack regardless. Alright, let's fuck them up. Hold them off. This will take time. Yeah, I understand that. Not fucking retarded. Put you right there, buddy. Put you right there. Yeah, this is good. I got him. Bam! One down already. and 11. Okay, so this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go over here. I'm gonna fuck you up. You little bitch. Don't bring that weak ass shit here. You too. Look at these weak-ass motherfuckers. Oh, this is easy, Sweet Pea. Sucks to be you. Get him, Triggerby. Boop. Gotcha. Gotcha. That was easy. Woo! Juno walks onto the floating land, cradling a kid goat in one arm. She looks strained, but beckons to the families to follow. You shout for everyone to start moving, but the fighters and clansmen alike are motionless. Large chunks of earth are bobbing in midair like ships at the sea, has everyone unsettled. Finally, Ivor takes the reins of a yacht loaded with the supply cart and walks out into the first floating stone. It supports the load without issue. We go this way or the dredge will kill us all. His words are punctuated by slinger stones thudding into the ground only feet away. Men pick up their children and start running. The caravan animals squawk and bleat in a frenzy. Varl push through the crowd while others fight to follow in their wake. The frightened mob tramples a few and knocks a couple more from the ledge before everyone is strangely pacified. Even you feel a sense of calm settle your nerves. Fuck you. Killing my damn peoples. I think I'm handling things fairly well. Let's go, people. Keep it moving. The wounded and elderly struggle to make it onto the floating rock, while fear of the bridge paralyzes the legs of others. The dredge give chase, crossing onto the bridge without hesitation. Fine lines of the dredge to dispatch with your arrows. 3 dredge guns fall back as your arrows pass through them. Their armor splinters, wounding others around them. A few more lined up shots and the dredge slow their pursuit. The last of the clansmen make it onto the bridge, moving past you. Only dredge are left in the caravan's wake. You watch as the floating stones nearest the land tremble and drop back into the chasm, taking all standing there with them. The sight is terrifying, but you turn and urge others to keep moving forward. It's a good idea. Tense. Avon is growing visibly weaker. Meanwhile, many of the caravan are stunned by witnessing family members fall to their death. The effect is spreading. Rip a weeping man from a falling ledge. You grab a man by the tunic who's reaching out to his fallen wife, violently jerking him off a crumbling rock. Keep going, you shout at him. Your action and authority seems to jar others from their hopelessness, and the caravan begins moving steadily again. Good. The stones behind the caravan are falling faster than the ones rising in the front. The rear clansmen are pushing forward in a panic. Bolvert shouts, "Knock some of these people over the edge before we all go down." People gasp and flee from him. "We are carrying too much," Ivor says. "We've got to get rid of something before the Mender drops us all into the depths." You look around to see only people, food, and a massive cart the ravens are hauling. Only two of those are options. Dump more food. One of the closest to the supplies looks at you bewildered. "We don't need food if we don't make it across," you shout. Slowly a couple of carts are unhitched and shoved over the edge. Avon's relief is almost instant as the bridge extends, giving everyone more room and time to move. A little bit further, Avon. Damn right, just a little bit further. Holy shit. Ormsdollar. Avon's scream chills you as it echoes off the cliff mere 100 yards away. Again, the bridge shakes but stays together. When Juno looks at you, her lips are trembling. This is killing him. This is killing him. And I won't let that happen. Her tone is dark and cold. What's the alternative? She says nothing but looks toward the rear of the caravan. Governor Rugga and many others of Boarsguard are back there. You told me the clansmen are reporting. There's no time to explain. The Volca returns to Avon's side and soon screams erupt from behind you. You turn just in time to see people falling away and Rugga pulled to safety by one of his guards as the rest of the caravan pushes forward in fear. The governor glances at you with suspicion. God damn it. Jesus fucking shit. Watch your step.
It's hard to believe we made it across that chasm. Now we find what's left of Ormsdalur. Once a great trade town at the fork of the Ormsá River. How many lives must have been lost here?
Whatever caused that chasm completely destroyed this place. From the massive world of the youngest human children, everyone is sapped from crossing the chasm. Tents are loosely strung up, and gear is thrown to the ground as everyone falls asleep. You manage to post a few guards out of habit before sinking down against the crate, wrapping your cloak around you and closing your eyes. Your chest aches as if from a wasp sting. Feeling around for the cause of it, you look down between the leathery gray fingers to find fingers over a red breastplate. Gasping, you open your eyes to find your cloak still wrapped around you. No stone armor underneath. The caravan is still asleep, snoring, more prevalent than usual. You're able to drift off for a bit more rest before facing the tasks of a new day. Alright. Don't see why morale declined. We did pretty decently. Only lost a number of people, honestly. But yeah, that's going to do it here for today. Hope you guys enjoyed watching. Join me for the next episode. I'll see you.